Alright guys, we are playing our Centurion Synchron deck, starting off with Chimera. Chimera is going to search us for that Wake Up Centurion. Pretty much our goal is to get Auxilla and then have another body to tribute off for the STARDUST Synchron. Using Auxilla, we're going to get that second body in Stand-Up Centurion. Using the Stand-Up Centurion, we're going to pitch our STARDUST Synchron to get Duel, which we had the Gargoyle in hand, else we would have just searched the Gargoyle. We're going to use STARDUST Synchron to get rid of that Gargoyle to trigger Illumination. Illumination is going to trigger to get us the Worm. Next up, Worm is going to get us an opportunity for a level 5 Synchro summon. Now, in the last clip, you guys saw that we were playing this, but our speeder got negated. In this one, we get to combo up further. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the optimal choices. If you do end up searching or adding one to hand, it's not the biggest deal. Using Charge Warrior, we're going to draw a card. We drew into Interruption. That's not bad. Using Charge and Excel, we're going to get Assault. We're going to get Excel. Excel to get the Jet Speeder or Junk Synchron. Then use Excel's Tribute Effect to trigger Assault. And also Synchro using a Stardust Synchron or Stardust Dragon and our Stardust Synchron. Going to use those two to get access to our Crimson Dragon. Crimson Dragon is just going to sit on board for a little bit, get a cell. We're going to use Stardust Illumination Engrave to increase the level of Excel to get us access to a Baron. Honestly, that means Revolution was kind of left out. You don't necessarily need Revolution for this combo to work, but it's a good piece to have in case your Jet or Exalt was already used, and you still need a way to get out Excel, because Junk Speeder is a 5, and Excel, or Revolution's a 3, you can do the math. We use our Crimson Dragon to get Red Supernova. We play 2 Crimson targets that are pretty good in our Red Supernova, as well as our Cosmic Blazar. Those are optimal targets for our plays with our 12s. Our opponent realizes he is a little bit over his head as soon as we go for our Centurion plays and surrenders there. Alright guys, welcome to the video. We're going to be playing Centurion Synchron. Starting off, we're going to get our Stardust Synchron into rotation. Using Trudea, we are going to get Chimera and our Trudea on board. We're going to use Chimera to search for the Stand-Up Centurion. Stand-Up Centurion, we're going to pitch that Stardust Synchron to get the Gargoyle. Next up, use Gargoyle Effect to Synchron into level 12. The level 12 of choice is always going to be Auxilla. Auxilla gives you access to the spell, and it also helps with getting the Junk Speeder out. It needs to be Auxilla for that to work. Technically, if you could figure out a way, Crimson Dragon would work too, but it needs to be a dragon for that Stardust Worm to work. Using Worm, we're going to get itself, using Wake Up to tribute itself off to get to Synchron, and that is Junk Speeder on board. Using Junk Speeder to resolve to get our plays. Now Junk Speeder is gone. Our opponent unfortunately does have the Imperm, so I think I technically don't need the Junk Speeder to resolve. That's the cool part about this combo, but it does help. We're going to put Phalanx Engrave too, just in case he somehow still outs the Auxilla, and Junk Speeder is just a piece on the board as of right now. Our opponent is playing some type of Yubel deck to start off with, but then sends for the Cornfield. That is what confuses me. I'm going to negate the Cornfield. Hopefully this means that my opponent doesn't have the Sword Knight in hand. Technically I should have saved that for the Sword Knight, and I did get punished for that because he did have the normal Sword Knight. I do use the Maxi right there. I should have waited also over the Tribute, so I'm honestly not playing this game very well. I'm going to have to solely rely on Trudea and Chimera to get out my Synchro plays, leaving me with very little interaction. I could have completely neutered that play and then also got more benefit from his plays. Now I'm hoping Berthamet, he's going to use the fusion. Hopefully I'll have the Stand-Up Centurion on my, or have the Cosmic Blazer on the field by the time he does that. Unfortunately I won't. So that's another interaction I'm going to miss out on. I'm going to get the Bond Search because I can, but he has full access to all of his Chimera plays. Using Chimera Fusion, he is going to do that. Unfortunately, I still have to do Cosmic Blazar here, but it is officially now a waiting game with the Cosmic Blazar. When is the right time for me to trigger that effect? He is going to use Berfomet and Gazelle for his combo lines to get himself out the Chimera. We're getting cards to add to our hand, so I'm not complaining. Also outs his monster negate, which honestly not a good sign when I have a negate ready on board. Master Tau as well is the search. Master Tau is an interesting card in Chimera. It does work significantly well. Getting the Chimera Fusion to hand, he's going to realize he has no way to negate the Cosmic Blazar on the Chimera Fusion, and then he chooses to surrender. Alright, starting off, this is a pretty good hand. Not necessarily any synchron plays, but our Centurion package is strong enough to carry us with a little bit of interaction, especially with Maxi and Called By in hand. This deck is pretty competitive in that aspect. Using Wake Up, we're going to get our level 8 to get out our 12, and we're also going to use Wake Up to send the Gargoyle, so it's a good target for the Ox to bring back with the Search of Bonds. Now, Chimera is also in hand, meaning we have a good normal summon for us. So we'll be able to go into 2 12s instead of just the regular one, because we can normal summon the Chimera. Now using our stand-up, we are now going to go into Crimson Dragon. Could have got greedy as well, not necessarily for interaction, but I could have went for Oxilla. Now that would have not exactly been the safe play, but I feel like Crimson Dragon is the safe play going into a level 12, getting out that Cosmic Blazar, just to bait out a little bit of interaction. Getting our Chimera in the back row as well. Our opponent realizes he's about to get an extra 12 instead of the regular 12 and surrenders there. Alright, going first in this clip. Opening up with Worm isn't the craziest thing. It is discard material for our stand-up. Our opponent reveals the Maxi. Luckily for us, we did open up our Called By. Honestly, Maxi is the really only... Maxi and Nib are the two hand traps this deck struggles the most with. Nib is semi-popular, but Maxi obviously is the strongest card in the current format. I could ask you why they haven't banned it, but you know, nobody knows how they think. Wake Up Centurion is here, getting us a level 8 of choice, as well as sending that Gargoyle to get us a material for our bonds. Now, this play isn't necessarily as crazy as the other one. If we would have opened up Chimera, we could have did a lot further plays, but that's fine. Using Gargoyle, and we're going to bring that out. I also opened up Jet, so I don't even need to use the Illumination to go into the Stardust Dragon right away. This gives us an extra monster body, meaning we can kind of do our plays a little bit differently than normal. Dunk Speeder is chain blocked by the Gargoyle. I thought that was a really cool aspect of this clip. Using Revolution, as well as getting us a level 1 so we can skip over the Charge Warrior to then go into the Excel Dragon. That is when our opponent realized he should surrender. Alright guys, really strong opening hand, but this will go a lot unsmooth because I misplayed. I really just wanted to show this clip because Centurions are the type of cards when your opponent sees them, even if you don't have a concluded play on your board. I accidentally searched Centurion Bonds first. I waited. I was scared. I didn't know what to do, and my opponent just randomly surrendered. Thought it was hilarious. Just a little funny clip to get in there before we show off the deck list. Alright guys, so this is the deck list of choice. Really fun to play. Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't see any Gamma in there. Gamma is such a crazy card, it would have helped me a lot. That's why we're also playing the Omega. Not necessarily for the burn route that I normally do, but hey, Omega's there for that Gamma, as well as it's a generically good level 8 Synchro monster. In the main deck, we're playing pretty much enough combo pieces to make our strategy work. If you open up any of our Synchrons other than Stardust, our plays aren't ruined. That is the cool thing about this build. Centurion is strong enough as an engine to play with Synchrons that not necessarily, if you can't resolve Speeder, you're going to lose the game. That's why I thought this strategy was really cool. I wanted to experiment with it. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We hit 2,500 subscribers on YouTube. Man, that was amazing, guys. If you look in the community tab, I revealed what current events we're going to be doing to celebrate that. Includes 2 tournaments and a subathon. Man, you guys mean the world to me, and I can't believe how much you guys have impacted my life and really help out with how you consume my content. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the squad. I appreciate it a lot. Peace out, guys.